Hello friends, Denny Pruto here with another lesson from the Westminster Shorter Catechism. This time we're looking at question and answer 34. What is adoption? Adoption is an act of God's free grace whereby we are received into the number and have a right to all the privileges of the sons of God. Two of the proof texts used by the Westminster Divines are 1 John 3:1 and John 1:12. 1 John 3:1 reads, "Behold what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God." John 1:12, "As many as received him, to them he gave the power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name." Adoption is an act of God's free grace. And 1 John 3:1 undergirds that idea. Behold what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us. What manner of love the Father has granted to us, has given to us, has bestowed upon us, as the King James Version puts us. How is this defined? That we should be called the sons of God. Adoption is an act of God's free grace whereby he declares us to be his children. He calls us his children. We are not innately his children because we are born in sin. And the family to which we belong is the family of Adam. In him, in Adam, we sinned, and in Adam we fell, and in Adam we died. And we must now be adopted into the family of God. And just as God, on the basis of what Jesus Christ has done for us, declares us righteous in our justification, so it is in our adoption that God declares us to be his children. This is the wonderful thing that God does for us. This is one of the benefits of adoption. The first benefit we looked at was justification. Now we have a second benefit, the benefit of adoption. And John 1:12 and also verse 13 help us in our understanding of this wonderful benefit of adoption. As many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe, to those believing in his name, who were born not of the will of man, but of God. I've given you a rather literal translation of the text from the original Greek language. As many as received him. Jesus Christ came to his own, but his own did not receive him. And then John goes on to say, but as many as received him. In contrast, many did receive him. And those who received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God. The phrase, to them he gave the right to become children of God, refers to these words, as many as received him. The second phrase refers to the first phrase, to as many as received him. And again, we use the word right. The King James Version uses the word power. But actually, it's better translated right. And this has to do with legal status. My wife and I have two adopted grandchildren. The first of them was adopted when he was born, and the birth mother signed the papers relinquishing her right as the mother and giving the right of motherhood to my daughter. And this was a legal right. This was the right of adoption, which was carried out under the guidance of attorneys. And so now, in the eyes of the state, our grandson is legally in the family of our daughter. Our second grandchild, a little girl, came into my daughter's house by way of home care in the state of Kansas. And when our grandson was adopted, our little granddaughter would ask her mother, our daughter, when will I be adopted? And it was a wonderful day in her life when she could say she now belonged to the family of our daughter. She was very concerned about this because she knew that foster children often would come and go from the family. And as a foster parent in the state of Kansas, our daughter had many foster children, and she would take care of them for a time. And our granddaughter was deathly afraid of the fact that she would be like those other foster children and be taken away from my daughter's home. So she anxiously awaited her adoption. And when she was adopted, she was legally brought into the family of our daughter. This is what takes place in our lives as believers. We are legally brought into the family of God, and we are declared to be His children. He calls us His children, in other words. And then verse 12 adds this, to those believing in His name. You see, I have these two phrases connected together, and they are connected together in the original text, in the Greek language. They are in apposition to each other. To them He gave the right to become children of God, to those believing in His name. How do you receive your adoption? By faith alone. Just as you receive your justification and right standing before God by faith alone, you receive your adoption by faith alone. And then verse 13 adds these words, who were born not of the will of man, but of God. The line, who were born not of the will of man, but of God, refers back to the beginning of verse 12, as many as received Him. And verse 13 defines those who receive Him. They were born not of the will of man, not by an exercise of human will. This is quite important, because there are those who will say to us, now, you must believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and it is within your power to believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. And when you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and receive Him by faith, then you are born again. You may recall our lesson on the order of the application of salvation. We pointed out that logically, new birth must come before faith in Jesus Christ, because it is through new birth that you are given the ability to believe. You do not have that ability as a sinful, fallen human being in the family of Adam. No, you must be brought out from under the sway of sin by regeneration and given the ability to believe in Jesus Christ, and then you receive Jesus Christ. Faith is an outgrowth of the new birth. And verse 13 is telling us the very same thing. As many as received him, who were born not of the will of man, but. The word but I put in all caps here because the word but in the original language is the stronger of the two connectives that may be translated by the little word but. And you can shout it out, but. It's a strong adversative. It's a strong but of God. No, you are not born of the will of man. You are not born as a result of the exercise of your own will. You are not born again as a result of the exercise of your own will, but you are born of God. The new birth is a supernatural, monergistic work of God. You are not the one who initiates birth. This is true with your natural birth. You are not the one who initiates your natural birth into this world. No, you are born. The birth is passive. Something occurs in your life. Something is done to you. You are born, and you are born again. You are born of God. And as a result of your being born of God, you receive him. And again, these next two phrases define those who receive him. To them he gave the right to become the children of God, to those believing in his name. To receive Jesus Christ is to believe in his name. And those receiving him are further defined as those who were born not of the will of man, but of God. And so, your adoption is a benefit you receive from God. It is not something that you gain from God as a result of your own merit, as a result of your own good works, as a result of how good you have been. No, not at all. Adoption is an act of God's free grace, whereby we are received into the number and have a right to all the privileges of the sons of God. And once you come into God's family, you have this benefit not only of justification and adoption, but you have several benefits which accompany and flow from them. And the Catechism is going to talk about these benefits. And in addition, once you are justified by grace through faith, and once you are adopted into God's family, the process of sanctification takes place. And this third benefit we will talk about next time. Thanks for listening.